Thank you for standing by. This is the Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos, and you're on to Mainland Focus. This is the part where we get to pick one or two or more major trending stories from the front pages of our dailies, and then we flesh things out, open out the phone line for you, our dear listener, to be a part of the conversation. Share your thoughts, share your contribution as regards the focal point for today. And today we are going to be looking at just one, which is fuel subsidy removal and the different realities and reactions and comments that we've been getting from the federal government, the market forces, whoever they may be, the market stakeholders, and even the ordinary Nigerian. All right, the major headline on the front page of the Guardian newspaper says subsidy returns as federal government leverages NNPC to manage market shocks. And we have returns there just, in, okay. We have written there, in parentheses. Now, let's move on also. If you also look at a story from Vanguard newspaper, just in one corner there, we also have fuel subsidy interest fighting us. That's coming from Vice President Shetima. And then the story from New Telegraph, the major headline on the front page of New Telegraph, rising crude prices. Fuel pump price may hit 800 naira without government intervention. And that is coming from IPMAN. IPMAN is Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, saying that fuel scarcity looms in eastern Nigeria. Oil prices rise above $90 per barrel. That's crude oil now. That's crude oil now.
Saying almost the same thing the Guardian newspaper has said. If you look at the two reports, almost the same analysis of the Guardian newspaper is what the Telegraph is saying there.
Mm-hmm. And it also says here that market experts are predicting that it may even get to $100 very soon. All right.
Very soon.
Yes, and Ipman has said that going by market fundamentals and without the government's intervention, fuel pump prices could rise to about 750 naira to 800 naira.
For those interventions, the Ipman guys are trying to avoid the word subsidy. They say prices using the NNPC is subsidy. Call it whatever name.
Well,
it's still subsidy.
The PRO of IPMAN, Mr. 𝗪𝗪𝗁𝗪 Chinedu, is saying, and I'm quoting, the only relief we still have now as independent marketers is that the president, through his media spokesperson, has reassured Nigerians that fuel pump prices will not increase.
How?
Based on what we are looking based on that, we are looking that the government is trying to apply what is called 𝗧𝗵𝗄 deregulation, whereby the government will augment the rising cost of crude oil in international markets. So augment it. I don't understand. Why are we using all of this is semantics? Just English is just making us.
You are not hearing 𝗧𝗵𝗄 deregulation, Sandra. 𝗧𝗵𝗄. So there are different types of deregulation. There's total deregulation. There's 𝗧𝗵𝗄 deregulation. There's semi-deregulation. We are just joking. We don't want to tell ourselves. I like the fact that IPMAN is trying to avoid the word subsidy. You understand? But whatever intervention or support that comes, still comes to what? Subsidy is gradually going to get back, whether anybody likes it or not.
What?
Because we have refused to do the right thing.
Just in case someone is wondering what 𝗧𝗵𝗄 deregulation, it just basically means partial deregulation or seemingly, but not so glaringly. Let me put it that way. All right. So if IPMAN is saying that the government will augment the rising cost of crude oil in the international market, that's another word that I think a lot of people will wonder, what exactly does it mean when they say that the government will augment? Since there's no when the federal government has said that market forces or I don't know, are the ones that determine it. So why is the government now in the mix of all of this? There's a lot of conversation. There's a lot of questions actually as regards this fuel subsidy removal. Has it gone? Has it not gone? Is it there? Is it not there? What exactly is the reality of things? So let's now look at the angles we're looking at. Do you agree with the Guardian newspaper analysis that subsidy has been quietly returned? What about IPMAN saying PMS prices will soon hit 800 naira across Nigeria if the government will augment the rising cost of crude oil in the international market? Or do you agree with Vice President Shetima that subsidy cabals are the ones fighting back and trying to frustrate the government? Now, that angle is taken from Vanguard newspaper, page 22, where it says here that the Vice President said or raised an alarm that those who lost out as a result of the removal of subsidy are determined to frustrate federal government's policies and programs. And he said that this administration remains committed to its decisions, policies, and programs, insisting that the removal of subsidy is irrevocable. That is from the Vice President. He said, and I'm quoting, "We know the consequences of unveiling a masquerade. We know the fuel scam industry is a very hugely loaded industry. They will make every effort to undermine us, but as I said earlier, the removal of fuel subsidy is irrevocable. Truly, we are in dire straits." Saying that it is people who were benefiting from, the subsidy scam, as he said, and I'm quoting him now, are the ones trying to frustrate the policies of this administration. So, what do you think of the statement of Vice President Shetima that subsidy cabals are the ones fighting back and trying to frustrate the government? And finally, what is your own suggestion and solution to the problem, the subsidy problem? What is your own suggestion on what solution would you prefer as regards, this subsidy issue? Now, that is the focal point for this morning. All right. Thank you for staying with us. We will open up the phone line in a bit, but then as it is our tradition here, we'll try to get Fuhad's thoughts as regards this. Then we open up the phone line. Don't forget that we're live on Facebook and YouTube. Yes. All right. I just got a prompt from our IT now. We are live on Facebook and YouTube, so please drop your comments in the live chat section as we go along. Yes, Fuhad.
All right, Sandra. You see, again, let us start by saying that subsidy is not a problem. There's a management of subsidy that is a problem. Everywhere in the world, government subsidize things for their people. Tell the most vulnerable, the less privileged people in the society get government subsidy in different forms: health, PMS, education, even food. You understand? But we've managed it, and we've gotten to the point where it has now become a problem. And we're saying that, look, if subsidy has to go, it has to be, process driven. We have to be intentional, and it has to be done properly. The planning must be done appropriately. There are things that should come first before you decide to remove subsidy. Now you have a government that decided to do it this way, and they have now run into trouble. And that's just the reality. And if the Vice President is saying, oh, it's the subsidy cabals that are fighting back, I say no. Are they the ones that are determining the price of crude in the international market? Is it the cabal that have determined the price of crude in the international market? Are they the ones importing? Is it not the same NNPC? If there are cabals, they should go to the NNPC and feed them out. We keep saying it. If the NNPC is the sole importer at that time, why is there appropriate accountability in subsidy payment? Who are the guys working with the NNPC? Who are their contractors? So, you see, the reality is that what is fighting back, I say it again, is government inefficiency, is government failure, lack of capacity, lack of good thinking that is fighting back. So the cabals are the ones that have ensured that the refineries are not working. So for how many years now, the same cabals, held the hand of government not to fix any of our refineries. The 4 refineries that would have guaranteed local refining and self-sustenance, self-sufficiency as far as PMS is concerned. I say it again. The reason why those 4 refineries were built in the past was to take care of a day like this, to take us away from the peculiarities of the international market. We reserve 455,000 barrels of crude oil per day for those local refineries, and we can decide how we want to price it using our own local currency. It doesn't have to be about dollars. Don't we have the crude here? Or are we importing crude? So it is about the inefficiencies and the failure of government and the decision of the government without thinking it through. And that is why they are in this mess. The reality is that the government may have to eat the humble pie and announce that subsidy is back from one of the realities we are giving. Whatever intervention they are doing now will still have to come open. And I'm saying it, whatever intervention that comes, it still comes to one thing. Subsidy is back.
Thank you very much, Saheed Fuhad. Appreciate your analysis as always. Now let's hear from our dear listener their own thoughts as regards this very, very interesting conversation that we have brought on this morning. Just in case someone is wondering, yes, we know that the PEPC will be happening shortly. Don't worry, I will keep you up to speed via our social media handles and live as well. But then join us by 4 p.m. in the Situation Room as we discuss Judgment Day as regards the PEPC. But then for now, the focal point is subsidy. Is it back? Is it not back? What is going on? And what are your thoughts and suggestions? 0913-6000-410. That is the number to call. 0913-6000-410. That's the number to call. All right. For text messages and WhatsApp messages, 0913-6000-430. 0913-6000-430. All right. Yes, so that is for text messages and WhatsApp messages. Now, we're live on Facebook and YouTube, so you can drop your comments in on our YouTube live chat platform and as well as our Facebook live chat platform. We are live and we take messages from there as well. So let's have a conversation around this. Has it been quite or this augmentation, as IPMAN is saying, this augmentation from the government, as regards a quasi deregulation. That's another one. So stay with us. Let's have a conversation as regards. You have just 2 minutes. Please, let's stick to the focus. All right. We know a lot of people are anxious as regards the PEPC, but let us stay focused. Would appreciate it. Don't worry. We will have a lengthy time to have further conversations by 4 p.m. in the Situation Room. But then for this morning, for Mainland Focus, it is subsidy removal or not. Whether it's there or not, that's the conversation. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sandra.
Good morning. Your radio is on.
Yeah, I noticed it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, Mr. My sister Sandra, you see the point about subsidy. Thank you very much, Mr. Fuhad.
Good morning.
Morning. You in fact, you said it all concerning the issue of subsidy. The federal government failure to address the needful is because of where we find ourselves. You remove subsidy, you don't even do what is necessary. You say, look, I didn't agree with the vice president. What he's saying, whether cabal or not cabal. What is the cabal? You said it on Mr. Fuhad. The federal government in their inability to put a refinery, full refinery into operation. What is the problem? You see, President Bola is supposed to have addressed this refinery. He has never one day talked about this refinery. We have good full refinery, and we have our crude here. We are not depending on the international crude oil, international rate. Why? It's not supposed to be. This is what God has given us in our country here. The crude is here. The refinery is here. We are going to determine the price with our local naira. So that is a solution. So I didn't agree with the vice president saying whether cabal or not cabal. There's no cabal. The issue is caused by our leader, and that is why we are suffering today. I don't want to say more than that. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, 𝗪𝗪𝗁𝗪. Appreciate. Hello, good morning.
You, Lady Sandra.
Good morning, Prince Wise.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Mr. Fuhad, morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
God bless you all. You see, problem of Nigeria does not start today. Now, with the separate oil at $90 now, in the international market. Mm-hmm. We're supposed to go to the mosque, go to the churches to go and do thanksgiving. Because it will give Nigeria more money. But why are we now sobering now? Because our refinery is not working. It does not start today. It starts from Obasanjo. Look at the comment of Obasanjo yesterday or before yesterday. Papa said, when it called those foreign issues, we don't want to take over our refinery. He said, no, this is the God repair. He's down. That moment is supposed to dismantle this friend, finally we have. And anyone, it's nothing that's not with it. Ambassador come and go, Yada come and go, Senator come and go, yes, thou come and go. Now, they say they are not repairing Port Harcourt. And that is secondary. The primary now, let me say categorically, any those who is importing fuel to this country, they will be paying subsidy, they will never reach the federal well because you take somebody food for somebody's bag. They will never reach you well. But what is calling this high rocket of fuel now is because the crude oil supply has gone up to the international market. What the president is doing now, he said, I will increase more than it is now. So what they are doing now are really fighting that are supporting. The remaining money that is going to put in our head, they will be paying it. If NFP is important to swear, to do minus and plus, you get from the crude oil, you lose from refined one that is from abroad. So nothing bad at all. I just want to tell Mr. President, let it remain as it is. Don't increase more than this. So if they say backyard for Nigeria, they bring in subsidies. We don't want to suffer for Nigeria. Right. What president has said, I love it and I want it to be so. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you, Prince Wise. I appreciate it. All right. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Barrister Peter.
Yeah, and my friend Fuhad, God bless you. Yes. Yes, on this issue of, subsidy or no subsidy, you see, this the one you call Shetima, the vice president. If you ask me, I would ask him to resign. Because for a vice president of a country, a step away from being president to come out and be telling Nigerians that the mafia is in control of the government. Why is it there? Who are the mafia that he cannot really point at? So he's embarrassing the Nigerians, because we are entitled as an oil-producing country. We're entitled to the subsidy. They are not doing us a favor. And for them to have, for Asiwaju to have come on the first day of his inauguration and remove subsidy, that is very short-sighted, very myopic, because removal of subsidy is as good as telling the Nigerians to go to hell, that you can do and not do, without consulting labor, without consulting anybody. And now you have messed up everything. You are confused. You don't know what to do. So my suggestion is that they should bring back the subsidy because it's an entitlement. We are not going to suffer for all the mistakes government has made. We should deserve the subsidy and they must restore it and find other ways. Repair our refineries, build more, give private people to license to build refinery. What is in a refinery? Go to Houston in the US. I work in a refinery.
All right, thank you, Pastor.
50 refineries in Houston.
Thank you.
A
right.
town. So they should bring back subsidy, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. 0913-6000-410. That is the number to call to share your thoughts via the phone line. For text messages, it's 0913-6000.
What are we saying?
Oh, sorry about that. All right, yes. So for text messages and WhatsApp messages, it's 0913-6000-430. We're still live on Facebook and YouTube. Do well to share your thoughts there as well. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes. Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can now. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. My name is John the Great. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Sir John the Great.
Yes. Yes, the former governor of Ekiti State made a comment
Yes,
of the book launch. Yes. Of Professor 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪. Yeah.
Yes.
That the removal of subsidy was political
in 2012, the protest.
In 2012,
yes.
You can imagine that kind of statement. How
and he was laughing.
And he was laughing about it. That's to tell you the mindset of our government. At the federal, at the state, at the local government. They don't care. It's just all about them. It's all about politics. And that's the same thing that is happening in this first that is removed. Because I see no justification. Yes, there was no provision for subsidy made. That Mr. President, on your first day, you fairly removed subsidy without any provision. And up till now, you are not making any effort to help with the suffering of the people. Only for your spokesperson to come be telling us that there are gains. Mr. Fuhad, Lady Sandra, is there any gain? Honestly speaking, from this first subsidy that has been removed. So they need to think and they need to really have a holistic look at this whole issue. If not, there is no future for us as far as issues is concerned in Nigeria. It's really a pity. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much. I appreciate John the Great. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Well, how come no one is saying anything as regards whether or not there's a silent removal of, subsidy? Do you think it has gone? Do you think it has not? Because but judging by calculation, some people would say, that how much should we be buying fuel at this time? Hello?
Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right.
Yeah, our ask is, why is it difficult for refineries to work? We shouldn't even be talking about subsidy considering the fact that we have this thing in the border. Yeah. You see, it's not like you have things that this should even bring in more dollars for us, more foreign exchange for the country. But the one that will be done locally should be of benefit to the masses. See, every hardworking Nigeria who is not benefiting anything from anybody or from the government will know that this subsidy will move out the wickedness on the part of the government. Yeah. Considering the pains of finding the fuel virtually every day to commute. Now, all the information they just talked about, even if 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗁 came out and said they would use motor, has it been done? Should I even short you? I'll keep talking about the each time I call. Do you know that despite buying for like 5-something, 600 naira, we still cross traffic because they want to obstruct other motorists and we still burn that for the traffic? What are we talking about? Is it that they are bigger than the government? So, how do I put it now? So, why can't they just ensure our refineries work? Then all this bottleneck of, because what I said, subsidy is back. If you have to look at how much the crude per dollar is and what is being sold, consider how much the naira to dollar is itself. Then the CM is supposed to have to tell us that the cabal are making things not to work, are frustrating their effort. So the cabal is bigger than the federal government. I don't understand this type of people. They have been in power over the years, and they have administered the destruction of Nigeria. All the things that the military put in place for us, 4 refineries, democracy destroyed them all, and some of them are part of this demonic democracy that we are practicing. That even Obasanjo are saying it's not working for us, Parliament says it's not working, and then Parliament says this democracy is not working. And these people have been part of it and destroyed this country, and now it's telling us cabal. You go to the north, they will tell you that the bandits do not allow people to go to camp. So non-state actors bigger than the government. You come to Lagos, area boys and south, don't allow transportation to work. So they are bigger than the government. Can you see the shame that they refuse to put on their faces? Let me ask this question. Now, 450,000 were supposed to be processed for Nigerians. And the only OPEC country, member of OPEC country, that does not have refinery functioning in their country. Come on. And at the end of the day, we see people that are stealing this oil. Do you know how much oil they are stealing per day? And then the people you come cannot go after these people and recover the money and use it to subsidize fuel for Nigerians. It's a big shame. Look, posterity will not judge them well. With all these suffering are given to Nigerians, in fact, God will judge them, and their judgment will be severe. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate. Let's take one more call and then we'll take some messages that we have on
Good morning,
Facebook.
Sunday.
Good morning, Mr. Kangbelina.
Mr. Fuhad, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
If you come out and say that the people, the cabal, or whoever that is benefiting from the oil subsidy, which is a scam, they are the people that are causing this problem now, and you don't teach them out and deal with them. Why can't you point them out and then you prosecute them? A normal oil subsidy, we have caught them today. You prosecute them. We all see people that if they are they spirit. I don't understand these people. They will always blame some anonymous people for every of their laziness. If you say that those people are against the first subsidy, bring them out, let's see them. So that all Nigerians will see that we are working. Don't just come and be making busy grammar for us. People are suffering. And that's why I blame the NLC. When these people made the pronouncement that subsidy is gone, that's when you should have stood your ground and say, look, we have to bring back this subsidy. Or else, we down our tools. And you continue the strike from the day one. Now, the boss has already left. The horse has run away and you are coming to strike. What are you striking for? Good morning, Ojari.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kangbelina, for sharing your thoughts. This is still Mainland 98.3 FM. This is Mainland Focus. And the focus for this morning is subsidy gone or not? Based on, market realities, not forces now. All right, let's see what we have on Facebook. We have some messages on Facebook. I'll quickly take that. We'll be back to the phone lines in a bit. I have here Chris Chichi. Good morning. Super Bowl and amazing Fuhad. God bless Mainland FM. Amen. Nobody is fighting the government. The vice president needs to be sincere with the situation in the country. Subsidy is not a bad idea, but the plan is not good enough. Way forward. Subsidy is back, and the government needs to humble themselves and do the needful so that the country can move forward. The government needs to stop playing this wicked blame game with Nigeria and do the needful. This VP doesn't know anything about leadership. It's okay. God bless Nigeria. Thank you very much, Chris Chichi on Facebook. We also have Olumuyiwa on Facebook. Good morning, Mainland FM. Kindly assist to tell Mr. President to stop telling us threats by cabal and deal with the problems they were elected to solve. Former President OBJ recently highlighted corruption as one of the hindrances to functioning of refineries when he had a chat with Shell management during his tenure. And since he couldn't deal with the corruption then, other serious governments can help us to tackle it to get a renewed hope for better Nigeria. Good morning. And that's Muyiwa from Abuja. Thank you. I also have good morning, Sandra and Fuad. The fact still remains that our leaders are thinking, if not for so long, they have not been able to put the refineries to work. If they don't want to do to deliver good governance to people, they can resign. It's never too late than to be giving us excuses. But they said they are ready for work. And that is Alairogun Bumi Sharon sharing his or her own thoughts. I also have Adebayo Tunde the Dawn saying, good morning. You see, all these people in government just don't used to think, or they just think in a way that benefits them and their relatives. Let's imagine Nigeria doesn't have crude oil. What condition are we going to be in? Well, that's a big question. That's a very scary question to ask.
God knows.
We have crude and things that imagine we didn't have at all. All right.
We have to why they see Shege like this.
That will be 𝗧𝗂𝗊 Pro Max. All right, let's move on now. Good morning. This is Joshua from Oregon. Mr. Fuad, do you know that pump price has increased? I don't know if you people noticed it. I don't blame the vice president. That was what his principal said, that he was going to remove subsidy, whether people protest. But we won't change anything. But we didn't pay attention to all of that. But reality is here. About the cabal, are they spirits? So no human can identify and fight spirits. So no problem. It's okay. Joshua from Oregon, thank you. Okure Mayor saying good morning. I do not agree with the Guardian newspaper that subsidy has been quietly returned. Government has not said so. Thank you, Okure Mayor, for your thoughts as well. That's an interesting take.
You should go and read the paper. You should just go and read.
Maybe we didn't read the other parts that would have probably.
What's the other part? No, what they have said is that the government has not said so. The fact that they have not said so does not mean it has not happened.
Okay.
The facts are there for you to see. It's just about the facts here. It's not about government saying it or not.
It's okay. Let's keep moving now. I also have here, good morning on WhatsApp now. Good morning, Sandra and Fuad. This is Godwin from Ilasa. Fuad, please tell the president that Nigeria isn't Lagos. Politics of lies, strangulating of opposing voices and carelessness will collapse this nation if it doesn't change. Whilst on the podium on his inauguration day, he improvised a phrase, subsidy is gone, and that threw the nation into the bubu-yaya we are trying to contain today. Fuad.
Real bubu-yaya.
You're not an influencer.
Oh
How can you explain a government which their major import is what we have in quantum?
Unfortunate, very unfortunate.
Sandra, is there any economic justification to this? I don't know. It would be an unpardonable thing if this government would increase PMS pump price from 175 to 700 naira, with subsidy subsisting. Fuad, we must find a way of having a civilized constitution and establish an electoral act that can encourage that we have reasonable people, which of course abounds in our country, to come out and lead our nation instead of these people.
The Justice Ways report is there for us to implement really, electoral reform so that we can get good people get into government, to be honest, at all levels. It is just unfortunate.
Well, it says here that the president isn't saying anything about our refineries. Why? Time will tell. Well, thank you very much, Godwin from Ilasa. We appreciate. Let's go back to the phone lines. We'll be back to messages in a bit. 0913 6000 410. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my sister. God bless you.
Amen.
Good morning, Mr. Fuad.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. Honestly, to be sincere with you, I commended the statement of Vice President 𝗪𝗵𝗁 Shetima. Even without him being telling us, Nigeria, we know those cabals, we know those are behind all these evil. And each time we call on the radio station, we say that name them in this country. So a few years ago, Jonathan's wife, then President Jonathan, was accused of corruption in this country. We saw where people were protesting here and there, said all sorts of words against the incumbent president as at that time. When 𝗪𝗵𝗁 was arrested currently, we saw some people saying nothing like 𝗪𝗵𝗁. We knew those evil people behind the subsidy. And what I want 𝗪𝗵𝗁 Shetima and the President Bola Tinubu to do that is to work secretly and make sure that they break their wings. Then at that time, Nigeria will be a better place for every one of us to live. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Amen. All right, then. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, Sandra?
I'm well.
Good morning, madam.
Okay, you don't know my voice. I'm even a bit sick, but I want to contribute.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Thank you. This turnaround maintenance, it's been in the system for over 4 decades. I started hearing it when I was maybe in my 20s. I'm almost 70. They keep turning around, and they're not turning around anything. They're just using those refineries to take money until the whole thing collapses. Even the last government approved $700 million for the turnaround maintenance of 2 of those refineries. So they left. The man that they gave money, Trump, resigned. Want to go and contest 𝗪𝗪 election in the state. Nobody is asking questions. If you leave me, because you say we should find solution to it, Abi, Sandra, if you leave me, I will say they should set off this refinery. So expatriate. I'm telling you, as I'm looking at this government, they have stayed there for 100 days. Now they see the 𝗪𝗵𝗁 now they are going back to it. It's not fair. They are killing us. They are killing me. I've not really enjoyed anything from government since I married till now. Yes, I train my children all by myself. Nobody is giving me anything. And now they want to start talking, going back to subsidy. Before you know, it is their own clique now that they will go and be giving the license. They will go and bring empty shit and come to Nigeria and say they have begun with it. This is what you would have said. He said to us, his friends told him that they are tired of making money. Have they called him to try to appoint those two friends? No. The former 𝗪𝗫 state governor. No. So we don't want this time around again. Sell it, dismantle it. If you want to leave anything for federal government, leave 10% to know that it's Nigeria. Let them sell it and let us have it. They are using this thing to support money.
All right.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Madam Ife. Appreciate your contribution. Hello. Good morning.
Yeah, Sandra, good morning.
Good morning, Don Peters.
Yeah, good morning, Fuhad.
Good morning, Don Peter. Good morning.
Yes. Sandra.
Yes.
Do you know some of all these subject matters, when you bring it to the table, it gets some of us confused. Sandra, I begin to think, whenever I think, I will just come up with nothing. Now, do you know that in Nigeria, the most powerful person in Nigeria is God? Apart from God, is the president of Nigeria. So how can the most powerful person in Nigeria be telling me there is a cabal? A cabal to do what? A cabal for what? Is the cabal more powerful than you, the president? Is the cabal more powerful than Nigerian institutions? Institutions that you are the head of, and you are telling me there is a cabal that is stopping you from working. I don't get it. You are the most powerful person in Nigeria. You are the head of everything. And you will be telling me there is a cabal that is sabotaging you. Why are the institutions? Can't you call the police to get them arrested so that you can work? Can't you call the 𝗬𝗫𝗂𝗁 to prove them, or the DSS to work so that you can work? That they are more powerful than you, the president? Man, if a leader should be making this kind of a statement, then what are we the subjects? We should be afraid and we'll be running that we don't have a capable hand to defend us in the hand of the cabal. I don't get it, Sandra. Honestly speaking, okay, can you imagine the president of America will be saying that is a cabal that is holding him from governing America? That is okay. Subjects will be in fear. So please, I am not a coward, and my president should not make me to become a coward. That an external aggression can just come and pick me up in my country. That is not worthy to defend me. He's the president.
Right.
He should deal with the cabals, wherever they are. That is why we have voted him in. That is the only thing I can say.
Right.
He is the president. He should rise up to the responsibility of his office and use his office and deal with whatever is hindering the happiness of Nigerian people. I think that is all I can say, please. They should know why they are there. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Don Peters. Appreciate sharing your thoughts. 0913-6000-410. That's the number to call. We take WhatsApp messages on 0913-6000-430. And we're still live on Facebook and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. All right. Hello. Good morning. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. My name is Timothy.
All right, Timothy. Please, could you speak louder so we can hear you clearly?
Yeah. Okay. My name is Timothy.
All right.
Yeah. Good morning, Mr. Fuhad and Madam on board.
Good morning, Mr.
This is my first time caller.
You're welcome. You're right. Go on.
Sincerely speaking, I don't know where we are heading to in this country. I don't know. Suffering Nigerians are passing through is 100%, not even 99 now. and the government is telling us lies. How can a vice president come out and say that kind of thing in a country that is said we are operating in democracy? If the refineries are not working, let them sell it off, as that woman has rightly said. Sell it off to private people. Let them deal with it, and even though it's 5% that is meaning for us in the country, then let it be for the federal government. Let Nigeria breathe a breath of life. The suffering is too much. Ajibola has taken over the whole Lagos. The Lagos that we are shouting, operating the blue radio, that have been there for decades, have been patched, now they said it's out to be used. But what about Ajibola? Have you come to the bus stop in the morning and see what's going on? Have you come out in the evening and see robbery going on? Have you come out to the road, the street of Lagos? And to the federal government, shouting palliative, no palliative anywhere. We don't need a palliative. Let the refineries work. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate. Oh, well, let the refineries work. All right. Hello, good morning.
Hello, how are you, Sandra?
Good morning.
Good morning to you, Fuhad, engineer here from Yaba.
All right.
Well, subsidy, is it there? I've said it earlier on that. The idea of saying subsidy is gone. And it's just another way of saying that give me more money to run my company. That is no subsidy at all for an issue. Because when you say subsidy is gone, and we are now reading on the pages of the paper now that they are coming in, and they are saying that they will maintain some exchange rate in order to bring subsidy, in order to cushion the effect of subsidy and all that. It's all scam. We can't believe that rhetoric is just a story that cannot go well with Nigerians. It give me more money to run my government. There's no subsidy. Have been said by Buhari himself, who has been a federal commissioner for petroleum since the 1970s. He understands what goes on, and about which means I can just say that is we cannot believe it. And when they are talking of maintenance of turning around of refinery, like that lady just said, should just be privatized. Nigeria having 10 or 20% share, and then let somebody run it. We want a balance of payment when we can export and produce, and our electricity will run for us to have industries. We are where Nigeria is now, and who is that Kaba that we are talking about? Is the Kaba that is running, that is not having a oil company? Who is a Kaba that is not living on people on government and people's tax all along all these since 1999? Who is the Kaba? Who is not supplying fuel? Who is not importing fuel? And when we talk of the fuel that was bad that time, we can name some people that are involved.
All right,
those
thank
people
you, sir.
that are in government now are the people that were involved.
Okay.
And who are the Kaba? The people that are calling people Kaba.
Hello? Oh, wow. All right. Well, I guess we lost that one. But let's try to stick within the 2 minutes time frame that's allotted to the callers. Would really appreciate it so we can take as many contributions as possible. All right. That's the last call that will be taken for this morning. We'll take some messages as we wrap things up for Mainland Focus. I have here on Facebook, Michael Blessed Ogahinyohe. It's now obvious that we can't do without subsidy. Then it's better to leave it as it was before, because that's the only thing that masses are benefiting since they failed to make our refineries work. Thanks. 𝗪𝗵𝘁𝗀𝗪 𝗪𝗪 saying in every country there are always subsidies on essential commodities. Why are our refineries in perpetual moribund state? Who are the cabals? Why is the federal government deceiving us? Agberus everywhere in Nigeria. Sometimes I ask, do we have any government? Are non-state actors bigger than the federal government? God save us. Well, that is 𝗪𝗵𝗁𝗧𝗧𝗧 𝗪𝗏𝗂. And we also have 𝗧𝗵𝗲 𝗪𝗏𝗂 saying, good morning, Mainland FM. This government knows the right thing to do, but they won't do it. They are the cabals. No more explanation for that. Benjamin from 𝗪𝗪𝗁𝗃. Good morning, Mainland crew. It is a pity that the masses are always at the receiving end of bad policies of the government. To start subsidizing fuel partially means the masses have suffered for nothing for the pronouncement of the president saying subsidy is gone. Can he please try to fix our refinery to solve the problem of fuel importation once and for all? Benjamin from 𝗪𝗪𝗁𝗃. Thank you. I also have Prince Leo Ozoma. Good morning, Sandra and Fuad. We all know that subsidy is a scam. And APC's government testified to that. And unfortunately, they couldn't remove it or build functional refineries in the last 8 years of their governance, which was very regrettable. Now they have removed the subsidy again without no well thought out plans to cushion the hard effects the removal will bring to the already suffering masses. Finally, there is no removal of subsidy plans that does not incorporate functioning of our refineries that will create the required results. Prince Leo Ozoma. I also have James Ogbonna from Oshodi. Sandra, my question is, which one is 𝗃𝗃𝗃 again? I just bought fuel now at 590. Now real 𝗃𝗃𝗃. James Ogbonna, thank you very much. And then we also have some WhatsApp messages. We'll just quickly run through them. Ajibola Christopher from 𝗪𝗪𝗁𝗃. Return the subsidy as it were. Plan for the removal in phases within the space of 4 years. The fact remains that the subsidy removal now and the attendant humongous hardship cannot be sustained. Otherwise, Nigeria would go down. And that is Ajibola Christopher from 𝗪𝗪𝗁𝗃 saying, Happy Verdict Day. Fuad, it's now 18 that we are celebrating. That's interesting.
For anybody that wants to celebrate it.
The Happy Verdict Day. What is that? Well,
Judgment Day. You should be happy Judgment Day.
Speaking of verdict or judgment or whatever is happening today, the lawyers are all seated already. I think it's about to commence. There's a statement.
About to go down.
It's about to go down, yes. The vice president is in the courtroom already, and some APC governors as well are in the courtroom.
𝗪𝗵𝗁𝗃 is there.
Yes.
The NSA is there. Rebadu. It's a full house. The courtroom is filled up.
Yes. So I think we may be tuning in soon, just to take some sound bites. Yes, from as it commences. But then be rest assured that we'll have a comprehensive dialogue about it, a discourse about it by 4 p.m. in the Situation Room. So stay with us. But in the meantime, this is still Mainland 98.3 FM. Thank you to everyone who tuned in whilst we had trends in the papers and Mainland Focus. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back.